Hello, my name is Candy. You see me on Facebook. I am going to make the luscious lemon bars using this wonderful book called Modern Essentials. See? Right there. Pretty cool, huh? So, in this book, I know it's hard to see, but there's a recipe. There you go. So I got everything ready for it. I got my pan empty. And I don't use olive oil anymore because it covers the natural taste of my food. And I have discovered this spray at Walmart. It's the only place I can find it. Thank you, Walmart. And it's eco-friendly. It doesn't have any propellant. There's just a bag and a can. And you can adjust the spray. It's pretty awesome and I enjoy the taste. So I got that. And then of course I've got all the recommended ingredients. Welcome to my kitchen. I got the lemon juice in the recipe. I posted this recipe on Facebook and Amanda suggested I just take pictures. But I thought a video would be better. Sorry if my kitchen's a little messy. I was busy today. I got the baking powder, salt, powdered sugar, 4 eggs, even though these are 2. These are from my chickens. Lovely ladies. They work very hard in this 100-degree weather, and I treat them very well. Later tomorrow, I'll give them some watermelon and some frozen yogurt, and they'll actually love it. It helps the chickens cool down, and they just go crazy for it. And I have my Amish butter right here. I know it's hard to see. We get that at Food 4 Less. It is the best butter we've ever been able to find. And I have my granulated white sugar and a very tight tub because ants love sugar. And we have an ant problem here in Oregon, or at least in my house. And I have my white flour, see, white flour, right down there. But I don't think I have enough white flour, so I'm going to mix it with a little bit of whole wheat flour. Oop, I spilled it all over myself. So, hey, let's get started. I know it'll be hard to see, but, you know, we'll have to do this step by step. So, see if you can see me. I don't know if you can see me, but it's not like FaceTiming or anything. So here, let me see if yes, I got cleavage. There we go. So here we go. So first thing I'm gonna do with my pan is I shake my, it's out of habit, you know, when you have the other stuff. I'm going to grease my pan. It says to use a 9 by 13-inch pan in the recipe. So, and it comes out pretty fast, as you can see. So I prepped my pan. And then I'm going to get my oven started at 350 degrees, which it says. My oven's a little funky, so I do it at 355. So let's turn this puppy on. Now my oven is preheating at 355. So the next thing it says, mix together the flour, the sugar, and the salt. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do is mix the flour, sugar, and the salt. I need a bowl. Oh look, here is one now. Glass bowl to mix everything in. So, what you need is 2 cups of flour. I'll go get that. I don't want you guys to hello, hey. I keep my cups over here. It's always good to be organized. Oh, I almost forgot to mention one special ingredient. My Datura lemon oil. Yes, you can actually eat it and drink it, and it's great in iced tea. I have tried this, and my bottle's halfway gone, so I most likely will be ordering some more. So yes, there we go. Forgot. And you can get this at my website, mydatura.com / Ciao Bella. A reason why I picked Ciao Bella is because Bella means beautiful in Italian. And, you know, I'm trying to use ciao as hello and goodbye. But it's mainly hello. Ciao. Alright, enough of that. So, let's get the flour. I always keep my flour in a plastic container. Why, you may ask? Well, because of certain pantry bugs that will get in here. And this is the best thing, and plus it will hold almost a whole thing of flour, but you guys probably don't really care. So, and this is great for those who don't know how to bake. Baking is a science. So, and I've used this for years, type of system, and it's wonderful. So let's get our flour, okay? Flour is a little messy, and the best way, since I learned when junior high home ec class was still available. Sorry kids, I'm sorry they cut that. It's kind of stupid. I don't know how kids are going to be able to live in the world, but the best way to do this is just not scooping it, because then you pack in the flour. My tip, and what I learned in junior high home ec is, and from my grandmother and from my mother, and this is a little time consuming, but it won't pack the flour and you'll get the correct measurement, is spooning the flour into your measuring cup. Now, this is what is called a dry measuring cup. Okay, there is a difference. There's dry measuring cup, and then the glass measuring cups are for liquid. If anybody doesn't know that, I love to bake. So, and plus, I promised my husband I would make some lemon bars. I wasn't feeling good earlier today, so I tried to drink some fennel oil. It just was not happening. And so I then went by to the old standby, you know, Diet Pepsi, and that wasn't working fast enough for me, so I just thought, oh, I'll just go lay down. And I wanted to diffuse some lemon oil in my diffuser that's right beside my bed, and I noticed it was empty. So, yeah, this isn't going to be enough. So, what happened, let's see if we can fill the rest of it in here. It could be close. So while I was in the bathroom, yeah, I think what I scraped in here. Also, when you do this, you're going to get a mound of stuff. You always want to use the back of a flat knife and just level it off, because that way you'll get a more accurate amount, and it's not packed. This is not brown sugar. You don't pack flour. If you want things to be fluffy, light, and airy, then this is the best way to go. There we go. So that's about 2 cups. Okay, so I'm going to have to get more flour tomorrow. I know it's white flour. I'd rather go healthy and grind my own, but oh well. What can you do? So then it says the next thing to do, and I'm getting my brand new book all yucky, which makes me mad, is to mix the sugar, which is a 1/2 cup of sugar. So with light sugar, you can actually, you know, do this. I know this is still hard for you guys to see, and it keeps on sliding. I think the oil didn't help at all. So if it keeps on moving, oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Hey, there, hey, that will stay. So 1/2 cup of white sugar. I always double read stuff, because in the past when I was experimenting, it would, let's see if I can do that. There we go. I would misread things, and I would get the amounts wrong, the cups wrong, and needs to say my ginger cookies didn't turn out very good. But the dogs liked them. Yeah, that's not good. Just ask my sister. So I need a 1/2 cup of sugar. That's 1/3. I forgot to lay my cups out. I'm sorry, and I'm taking up some time here. So it's always good to have your mise en place, or which is French, have everything ready. So let's see if I can find a half a cup here. And yes, as many people have an assortment of measuring cups. Found one. So all my measuring cups don't match. They used to, but not anymore. With white sugar, you are able to just scoop it in there. It doesn't matter. Okay? My sugar's a little tough, and you just shake a little bit and then stick it in here. Okie dokie. Easy peasy. Baking, you don't have to be afraid of baking. If it doesn't come out, oh well, it'll taste just as good. That's my philosophy. Okay. So, by the way, hello from Oregon. Okay, so the next thing, it says to have 1 cup of butter. Okay, so we get our Amish butter. I prefer to use real butter because I think it's more healthier for you than the hydrogenated margarine. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. If you want to use regular, if you don't have Amish butter, which is usually wrapped up in a white waxy paper, which is pretty cool, like this. Found it Food for Less, so there you go. And it's just like, you know, I went to the farm and I just bought it off the farm, like fresh churned butter. It's so good and so nummy. But I recommend Land O'Lakes or any type of real butter that you possibly can get your hands on, which makes the flavor of anything that you make much better. Okay, so we have to get our 1 cup of butter. Now I've kept my butter in the fridge because it's so hot. It's over 100 degrees here right now, or it's probably less, but it was hot. It gets hot. So I keep my butter in the fridge, which I hate. I hate hard butter, but what can you do? So yes, excuse me. So let's get this 1 cup of butter going. Sorry if I have to walk away from you, but you know, I don't mean to. I'm glad I'm walking. I haven't had a chance to do my dishes. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was busy today. So, oh, this isn't too bad. It is still a little hard, as you can hear. So, and you can, of course, soften it up a little bit in the microwave. And I mean a little bit. Not too much, because then you'll just end up with liquid melted butter. That's just really good for popcorn. So it looks like what I had in my bowl will probably be just the right amount for, yeah, that was about 1 cup that I had in here, so I'll have to eventually cut some more. So we put that in here. Mix together flour, sugar, and salt. Oops, sorry. I need to take that out. See, it pays to read your instructions. I jumped ahead, and that's my fault. Sorry. So, I mean, it really wouldn't matter if you continued on. I have to wash my hands, sorry. So, yeah. Things here are working out pretty good, so. Okay. Salt. See, I skipped. See, mix together flour, sugar, and salt. Okay, so 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Let's do that. Try to find my little 1/4 teaspoon, which is usually the little guy left on the ring. Salt. And the salt I use is sea salt, which is better for you. I try to do everything better for us. It's made from evaporated seawater. It's not iodized, so, you know, I recommend using sea salt, not iodized salt. I just like it better that way. So let's do our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Be careful, because you may get too much. Stick that in your bowl. There we go. We're done with the salt. Salt back. Okay, so now you cut the butter until the dough reaches a fine crumb consistency. Okay, so if you happen to have, if you do a lot of baking, and you happen to have, and I should have got it out before I started, there it is. This is great for making dough, pie dough especially. So, there we are. So, it says, mix together flour, sugar, and salt. You want to cut the butter in, which means you just start kind of mixing. I know it's hard to see, I'm sorry. And I'll make sure you see what I'm talking about. And then you just take the butter and you put it in there. Let's see if I can turn you a little bit more so you can see me do this for you newbies who can't. I'd rather have you see what I'm doing than what I am not doing. So, here. No. Cutter, and then you just kind of press it in there. And what it does is actually really nicely cuts the butter up. But you kind of get the idea. If it gets, sorry, I'm kind of new at this video making thing. So you just kind of smoosh it in here. I need my other hand, I'm sorry. I know, I've been around somebody who kept on saying sorry all day, so it's a habit for me. So then you take another chunk of butter and you smush it in there. You can throw it all in at once and kind of just smush and mix and smush and mix and smush and mix until it becomes crumbly. Oh, my oven's ready and I'm not. Okay, so here we go. And if you become a wellness member or get the wholesale membership, you can usually get your oils 25% off. Like I said, just go to my website and click on join and save, and you can be making lemon bars too. Like, you may be thinking, hey, well, you know what, I don't want to go to your stinking website and I don't want to get your stinking oil. I'll just go to the health food store or the, you know, my local grocery store who has a health food section. I say, fine, go ahead, you can do that. But did you know, here's a tip, did you know that most commercial oils, like at a health food store, I'm not knocking health food stores, or at your local grocery store who has a health food section, most of the oils only contain 3% essential oil. That's like 3 drops, accumulatively, 3 drops of essential oil. The rest is all fillers and olive oil. So that's why if you buy your oil at a local health food store or the grocery store and it goes rancid, that's why, because olive oil will eventually go rancid and nasty. And there goes your money. So you're not really getting the benefit of your oil. So, there. But with Datura oils, they are therapeutic grade oils, and I've been using them for like the past week. And just because, you know, I recommend them, I've actually tried them in my household. And when I post things, I'm trying to get you to, you know, get healthy. So you can be able to do all of this. Most people say, hey, I don't have time to bake. Well, yeah, that's true. Most people don't have time to bake. But for me, it's very therapeutic. So you just keep on working this, and it's starting to get nice and crumbly. And so you don't want too soft a butter. I mean, the cold butter is probably the better because it will do what I want it to do. And also by working the dough or the flour, what you are actually also doing is you're getting the gluten going. Well, I can't have gluten. Well, I know. I understand that. You can also, you know, use gluten-free products, which they have a ton of gluten-free products. So you can get rice flour. I know rice flour you can get, and you can get gluten-free flour. So you can actually make this recipe gluten-free. Well, I'm a diabetic. which I understand. You can't have sugar. My sister's diabetic, and so, you know, use agave. Agave is a natural sugar. You can get that at your local grocery store, blue agave, which is made from cactuses. Yes, it's expensive. I understand that. But isn't your health more important? I think so. Okay, so I think I've got this worked to a crumbly fashion. So, as you can see, it's a little crumbly. So, which is about the size of, you know, peas. So, here. You want it to look like this. See, like this, nice and crumbly. So, that gives you an idea of what it looks like. In the bowl, hopefully you can see that. Looks like that in the bowl. And there you go. You want that. That's what you want. Okay? Sorry, I keep uncovering the camera. Like I said, I'm new at this video thing. So, alright. So the next step, it says you want to press the dough in the bottom of your pan, which makes sense. So you want to remove all this stuff out of your way, and I will do dishes. Dana! Going out to Dana. Okay, so get my pan, get my stuff. As you can see, it's pretty crumbly. I worked it pretty good. And you just pour it in your bowl. I don't have those fancy cameras, so I just have my cell phone camera. And there we go. And then we just press it in here, which is your crust. You probably want to get some up on the sides so it holds in your filling. I don't know if this is a 9x13 pan. It may be a little deeper and a little bit bigger, but you know, that's okay. I can make a double batch. Okay? So, press it in, press it down. It's one best thing about baking, it's a lot of fun. Okay. Some of the butter didn't get mixed in, but that's okay. You can also use your fingers. Will also help get it mixed up. You know, break up the butter and stuff like that. So, press it down again. I had a few chunks of butter that didn't get mixed up in here. It looks like in the picture. And then you say, whoa, what do I do with it after I get it all mixed? Push it in here. Some spots are a little thicker than others. You bake it. And we'll get to that step in a second. And you probably know you probably turned me off. But that's okay. I'm having fun making my video. And it's going to instruction for, you know, new wives or people who just want to learn how to bake but don't know how to bake. So, there we go. Some parts may be a little, the corners could be a little thicker. Alright. So, then it says, bake for 20 minutes until golden brown. Seems pretty easy. Let me rinse my hands real quick. Greasy. So here, press it in, kind of like that. It's okay if it's a little loose, it's fine. And you put it in your oven for how many minutes? That's right, 20 minutes. Set timer. $20 minutes. Okay, so then it says, while your crust is baking, you beat the eggs in a large mixing bowl. I'm just reusing my glass bowl because, you know, why not? So now we get our eggs. My gals are so good. So then we take our eggs and we beat them. Naughty eggs, very naughty eggs. Crack the eggs, discard the shells. If you have a garden, this is great for a garden. You can leave these out overnight, crush them up and give them back to the chickens. It's great for them, it's good calcium. If they don't see the shape of the egg, then they will not lay their eggs and then just eat them. Then you'll end up with no eggs, but these are great for garden. Eggshells are good for gardens, if you have a garden. Okay, my chicken laid a white egg. I have no idea where that one came from. Tiana, she said she did it when she escaped. You don't want any eggshells in there, so if you do get any eggshells, like I just did, which of course, you know, would happen, make sure you get the eggshell. Yes, it's good calcium, but you know, if you're making these for a friend and the friend has a baby, that's not a good thing. So, see, my eggs are already starting to sweat because they've been out. There we go. Also, if you want to keep your fresh eggs from your hens longer, when you collect them or gather them, don't wash them. There is a protective bloom on here, protective coating on here, and if you wash that off, then your eggs will go bad quicker. If you don't wash them and wash them when you're ready to use them, then your eggs will last longer. Just a quick little tip. So then we need something to beat the eggs with. How about a whisk? Whisk. I used to do this as a child. Talk to cameras and stuff like that. It was fun. And you never want to leave dead air. Never want to leave dead air. You're making a video. Even though this is my first one, you don't want to do that. Okay, so we're beating our eggs. Which that action actually does is puts air into the eggs. Makes everything nice and fun. You can actually put this all through a mixer, and I do have a really nice KitchenAid mixer, but excuse me, I just didn't feel like getting it out. And this didn't seem that complicated to do all this. In the Modern Essential book, there is also a lot of other great recipes from making your own house cleaners, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to. Last night, we had the old carpet from when we first moved in here, and I think they had a flea problem because I'm highly allergic to fleas. I put some coconut oil, the fractionated coconut oil that's on my website, and also lavender. I could feel the bugs jumping on my feet, but they jumped right off. So lavender is a natural bug repellent. So if your doggy has fleas or your cat has fleas, just mix that in some water and you have a natural bug spray. Ta-da! How hard is that? It's not that hard. And the 15 ml oils, most 15 ml oils are $10 when you're a wholesale member. And it only costs you $35 to join me. Woohoo! Alright, so I have beaten these eggs till they are beaten like crazy. So, it says in here to mix it in a separate dish, the flour, the sugar, blah, 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 blah. And then what you generally do after that, after you mix all that, you put it in the bowl anyways. Why do that? That's stupid. I never separate my ingredients. It's okay if you mix them all together. It doesn't matter. Why dirty up a dish? I don't have a dishwasher. Hello, I'm the dishwasher, so I'm a little lazy, so I tend to just not do that. So what it says next is you want to stir together more flour, which I'm going to have to use my wheat flour because I don't have any more white flour. So I need some more. I need 6 tablespoons of wheat flour, which is not a lot. can do half. 2 of these make 1, okay? So you don't want to try to lose count. I'm going to still try to dig for my other one to be a lot easier to count with. So, and another half. You think by keeping everything in a drawer would be so much easier. And 1 teaspoon. Is that what I need? 1 tablespoon. See? You need to read them. It's like, hey, I thought, no, you don't. Keep on looking. Oh, that's fine. Oh my gosh, where is it? Half a tablespoon. Another half a tablespoon. Okay. Well, I don't know how much more I have on this video. For 31 minutes. So, I'll just use my half a tablespoon. Okay? Okay. So, make sure you scrape the top. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I think I might have put an extra half in there, but that's okay. That's why it's easier just to use 1 6 times. 1 tablespoon 6 times instead of half, because you will, for me, I always count. I had 5 in my head. Okay. Then it says you need more sugar, which is 1.5 cups of sugar. Make sure I'm reading it right. 1.5. Okay, always double check before you put it in the bowl, like I said. With the agave, I don't know the equation because agave syrup is really sweet. I'm sure there's other things you can use if you want to go the natural route. Honey, you're just going to have to play with it. 1.5 cups. Always clean as you go, and I normally do that after I get done using something. I put it away. That way I don't have to put it away when I'm done. I learned that in junior high too. Let's see, flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Okay, so baking powder and salt. So the baking powder is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, baking powder I think is a leavening agent, and it helps things to rise. Either that or soda, I'm not sure which does what, but I just follow the instructions. So it says 1 teaspoon, this is a half, so you do this twice if you can't find your 1 whole teaspoon. Do this twice, and that will make a whole teaspoon. So 2 halves do make a whole. It has this cool little lip right here, right there. So you can just scrape it like that, make it level, pop it in there. And do that. There, I got my 1. Okay, done with that. And a dash of salt. So usually a dash of salt is like a dash. That's it. And nothing else. And what you do after that, see, stir together flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. See, then it says to add flour mixture to the eggs, so you just, kind of up the bowl for nothing. And stir until smooth, okay? So you want to stir this until smooth, which I am doing. Everybody knows what smooth looks like, right? So you're just mixing up all your ingredients and make sure everything is all nice and good, num-nummy, just like this. Okay, so I'll show you what smooth is. Smooth, nice and smooth. Everything is incorporated. Okay. So then, next, after that, you want to gradually stir in the lemon juice and water and lemon oil. Okay, so a half a cup of water. This is where your liquid measuring cup comes in. Very handy. So we want to get a half a cup of water. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Right from my tap. White City has good water. And also another great tip is to lay it flat. Let it kind of settle to make sure you have a half a cup. I'm just slightly over, so I'm going to pour a little bit back. There we go. And do it again. And wait till it kind of settles. I'm still just a tad bit over. I just want to make sure you get, because like I said, baking is a science. Okay, here we go. It's close enough. Okay, so you pour, let's see, gradually stir in lemon juice and water and lemon water. So I'm going to add, let's see, a half a cup of lemon juice. So what I can do is, since we're going to mix all this together anyways, I'm going to put my lemon juice in here. So another half a cup would be 1 cup. So I am going to fill this up to 1 cup with the lemon juice. Okay? Because that would be the other half. It doesn't matter if it's a little lemony. It's okay. There we go. I like lemon. And then my Datura lemon juice, my lemon oil. When you put this in your iced tea, it tastes like you have put a whole lemon in your iced tea. It is so good. But it says in here to add three drops of lemon oil. So that's what I'm going to do. It smells really good. It smells like lemon drops. So count 1, 2, 3. There we go. Exactly. That's what the 5 ml bottle looks like. It comes in the Family Physicians Kit, but you get a whole array of different oils that you can try. So there we go. So now it says to gently mix this in. Gradually stir in lemon juice and water and lemon oil. And our crust is just about ready to come out of the oven, which is great. Oh wow. Ooh, that smells good. Imagine using this in like a margarita. Yummy. Which is making it loose or slurry, which is another baking term. So when it says gradually, just pour in a little bit, stir it up a little bit. And just keep on stirring and stirring and stirring. You get a workout. Pour a little bit more in. Stir, 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 stir. You can tell the whole wheat flour is in here. But you know what? Whole wheat good is good for you. I just didn't have the white flour. The white flour probably dissolve a little bit better. But that's okay. Just keep on stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Here we go. Yeah, see it's getting more and more loose. And just putting lots of it. Okay. There we go. Ooh, wow, it smells like an orchard of lemons. It smells good. So, I'll just keep on stirring this. So then when your crust comes out of the oven, then you pour this over the crust, okay? We got 3 minutes left on the crust. So, I can talk for 3 minutes. I can sing, I can dance, I can jiggle. So, and if you've returned, we are at the nummy gooey stage. So I'll just put that down for three minutes. Okay. I'm gonna play with my phone. So how you doing out there? What does this do? Hey, look at that. I have no idea what that did. I pushed it and I don't know, see what it, yeah, I'm hot. Standing next to the stove. Ooh, it is hot. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Me what that does, I don't know. But anyways, I'm hot. Standing to the stove. We've got 2 minutes and 9, well, as you see, it's counting down. And right there is what our mixture looks like. I hope I don't drop this in there, because that would be very sad. Especially if this is the $800 phone. My husband would kill me. So, anyways, I can put some of my stuff away. Aren't you guys gonna like that? Always clean as you go. That way you don't have a big mess. I'll do dishes later, or have hubby do dishes. And that'd be great. So, and I have my little compost. I know that, ew, that's gross. I know. So I'll just give these to the chickens. I'll break them up later. They'll enjoy it. So just put everything away. The only thing we need at this point is our powdered sugar. This is empty, so I'll probably leave that out and wash it. My lemon oil. Lemon juice, put that away. There we go. Put that away. I'm not happy that I sprayed all over my book. There we go. Oh, put this away. There we go. Step over the dog. Try to make sure you don't see my dirty kitchen. Step over the dog again. Oh, look, we're down to 40-some seconds. Woohoo! Turn on the light. Let's check it. And as you can see, if you can see, on the bottom rack, my oven is dirty, but it's a self-cleaning oven. Hey, hi, how you doing? So, we'll be able to get that out of there shortly. A beautiful, wonderful card from Amanda. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get all messy. She's great. Okay, we are almost there. As a kid, I used to stand in front of the microwave and watch it count down, so I know how to count backwards. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we take it out. Take our crust out. Whew. Got a little steamy there. Oh man, that smells good. That's our crust. Ow, this is hot. There we go. Close it. And now we read our instructions. Sorry about the... I'm still working on it. Okay, so then pour mixture over baked crust and return to the oven. And that's what we shall do. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Now remember, this just came out of the oven, so it's hot. Don't grab it with your hands. Always use a mitt or something for those who are new at baking. Stir this one more time. Pour it into our crust, just like that. Yum, yummy. Okay. And look for the other mitt. I do have another mitt. I just don't know where it's at. Okay. So if you don't have a mitt, you can always use a towel. Make sure it's thick. And then it says to put it back in the oven. Okay. Carefully because it's liquid and it's hot right now, so stick it in there. There we go. Alright, so the next instruction says bake for 30 minutes until set. So we set our timer for 30 minutes. Okay, I guess I shall see you in 30. Another thing you can do if you don't like lemon, you can substitute it for orange oil. Datura has a wonderful wild orange. I haven't tried it yet, but I plan to when I get my trim shakes. And you can substitute it with orange oil and orange juice to make orange bars. And I think any citrus will work just as good. So lime, lemons, you know, so it's totally up to you what you want. I will be back in 30 minutes and we will see you shortly. Then we can see what the bars look like. Yay! All right, bye all. See ya.